you have to kill either Uhuru or Raila Odinga, then use a borrowed knife. Those are the words of Mutahi Ngunyi in a latest tweet that I want us to look at so that we can debunk more in the context of what he said, quoted from Napoleon. Napoleon ranks very high when it comes to motivating his troops. And after his death, autopsy report showed that Napoleon had been wounded for more than any other person or any other general there was suspected. This only showed that Napoleon was in the front line. That is what I normally say, that William Ruto is in the front line. So in terms of who is more wounded, he's the worst wounded if things don't go on right. And it actually showed, on the context of Napoleon, it actually showed that he was in the front line, so he was fighting. That's why he was receiving the wounds. Mutahi Ngunyi did this tweet. Dear Ruto, aspire to become a statesman. Let Rigiji become the village bumpkin in your government. You talk too much. Conceal your intentions. And if you must kill Uhuru or Raila, do it with a borrowed knife, Napoleon. Grab every opportunity to shut up with your dear life. Telling you, Ngunyi Napoleon's tweets. So what did he mean? On the point of like to Rigiji, I think ran the talking. It is bit of what it ties to what even William Ruto was saying, that Uhuru Kenyatta was saying that Nyinyi sasa mpige tu kelele. The narrative of their much talking than what is being done is actually coming. There is much talking. In fact, Ruto is just talking too much. Compared that to what is being done, I don't think you can even draw parallels to talking and working. That statement, or rather that principle of attack your enemy with a borrowed knife, only means that don't take head on. Explore your opponent's weaknesses, or simply use a third party. Instead of you yourself taking, it's just taking on your enemy, on your opponent. That is it. That is the simplistic understanding of using a borrowed knife. Don't do it yourself. Don't do it yourself. This tweet was coming in the context of the taxation claims that had actually came out, that they were targeting Uhuru and Moi families. And the president came out himself, William Ruto, attacking former President Uhuru Kenyatta on this, about the taxation question, while the whole country knew that they know the legal process to follow. And thanks to that, Samson Cherargei has taken, I think, proposed an amendment to the Senate to look into it and maybe to be repealed, and so they'll start paying. My position here is everyone should pay tax. Totally no problem with that. Everyone on whipping every Kenyan to pay tax, we are together. The issue here is this. The taxation problem is not well defined. It has been simplified to be an Uhuru and Moi family issue. And so Kenyans will actually think, they will be made to think, that if Uhuru and if Kenyatta family and Moi family pay the taxes as the rest of Kenyans, then things are going to change. The price of unga is going to come down tomorrow. Or we are going to see a roller coaster in how government is going to run. I don't know. You know, I have seen people saying that wajalipa tax, and I think it was being calculated. I don't want to say the figures because that the figure is, I think, exaggerated. But eti wao wakitoa hiyo tax yao, it can make things lighter. It's better we have these ones who are exempted by law. We have non-exempted tax evaders. That's the truth. We have people who hakuna sheria ilisema wasilipe, but hawalipi. And President Ruto should face this head on. It is simple to go to the Senate and repeal so that Uhurus and the Mois pay taxes. The way people have been maneuvering their way in the criminal justice system when they are facing tax evasion charges should worry him. Should actually worry him. By the way, tukiweka kila mtu kwa mizani, aseme kama alikuwa amelipa, you will be shocked. Even the people shouting are in that bracket. Watu wasidanganyane. You know, so that problem is not well defined. The other issue here is that Kenyans are not seeing the impact of that overtaxation. And I don't want to go there much further. I want to come to, I was just giving my submission on that context. But then I want to come back to Mutahi Ngunyi's issue of, if you have to attack Raila and Uhuru, use a borrowed knife. Simple. I know taxation is a weapon that can be used. And it has been used by everyone. It's not shocking to see Kenya Kwanza weaponizing it against Uhuru Kenyatta. Even during Uhuru Kenyatta's reign, then the UDA team are on record saying that it was weaponized against them. So maybe they're turning the same sword now against Uhuru Kenyatta. And that's the beauty of life, that things always change. So that's the beauty of life. In the wake of tax evasion, he's actually saying that don't do it head on. Use a borrowed knife. I believe, the reason why I believe this is a very good way is because I think the president must acknowledge, and he knows very well, that Uhuru and Raila combined have a big global network footprint. And if they are to bring government down or destabilize or slow down, if they're actually the problem, then it can be done. This is it. There is no foreign nation that will want to invest here when things are not good or we're not peaceful. Because move the way it is done as individualistic, as if it is targeting individuals, it's irritating other people. And when you use the systems, when you use the law as the same way you use the law, there is no way of executing it in public and as if you're targeting who and you're targeting that person. In fact, for me, I will be more comfortable. You just profile, if it is Uhuru family, there is no business known as Uhuru family. Or there is no land known as Uhuru family. Counties are collecting land rates. In fact, as then kama kuna land rate inakuwa collected na national government, if I'm not wrong. Counties are collecting land rates. So, just tell Sakaja, shamba ya hapa ni Uhuru nini, that. Kericho, Nakuru, this. The other way, the other. All these places where you think it should be collected. Is it Kiambu? By the way, it's a county thing. I'm even wondering why it's more of the national government. It's more of a county thing. The county governments are the ones that are going to collect those land rates. So that it can be profiled, people know. But when you say Kenyatta family, Moi family, it's more an individualistic approach. But two, the same way President Ruto might see that he has the backing of the people, which I totally agree. Uhuru and Raila also have a big chunk of support from the population. And we have a representative democracy. I know Uhuru is not appointed anywhere, he's not anywhere in leadership of this country. And Raila is not, but Raila is a party leader, similar to Uhuru Kenyatta. The same people still so subscribe to their principles and their ideas. So when you take that route and you go after the individuals, you boil political temperatures. Boiling political temperatures is catastrophic because it creates more divisions. It will actually create an us versus them. Us versus them has been the context of our politics, but we agreed in the last election that we were going after issues. But then we seem to be heading to us versus them. That's why I agree that you also need to conceal your intentions, even if you want to bring down Uhuru Kenyatta and the other. You don't lay it bare. You don't show people. You don't show Uhuru that, look here, I want to bring you down, even if that is the intention. I've seen another one that government also lost some taxes in the merger of NIC and CBA to form the NCBA. That's my bank, by the way. I'm not advertising them. I'm just saying the truth. So, I don't know. There are a lot of this coordinated approach, and this should not mean that we don't want Uhuru to pay taxes. Everyone should. In fact, for me, in fact of exemption, I'm not in it. Now, the revenge mission can explode, and it can take different forms. It can explode. There are many people that maybe are also benefiting from this proceeds. And how about, we also have an election coming. Which kind of an election are we going to have? If the intention of power comes out clearly as targeting X, Y, that you want to attack people by using your own knife that you have. So I agree that I think Ruto should conceal the intentions. Even if you have good intentions and they're good for the nation, you must be realistic to some of these things. The way Governor Wameru nilimkalisha chini kumwambia sasa yewe pia ujue hiyo uongozi ni siasa. That should be it. That's my take, guys. I don't know what to think about Mtaani Ngunyi Street. But from my end, that's how I see it.